When even cooking becomes a luxury, that's the new reality for many Nigerians as gas vanishes and charcoal returns. That heartbreaking shift is already underway. In cities, towns, and villages across Nigeria, the scarcity of cooking gas has pushed households back into the dark ages of firewood and charcoal. In this article, we explore how a fuel shortage is reshaping daily life, deepening inequality, and raising serious health and environmental alarms. The vanishing flame, how gas disappeared. Over the last few months, Nigeria has seen an alarming decline in the availability of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, the cleaner, preferred cooking fuel for millions of homes. According to reporting by Punch, the sharp rise in gas prices has further worsened the shortage. Many consumers say gas stations and depots are running dry, with marketers blaming logistical challenges, foreign exchange pressures, and supply chain disruptions. Meanwhile, prices where available have soared to levels that many families simply cannot afford. As a result, cooking gas is no longer reliably available or affordable for many Nigerians. And in the face of that, people are forced to revert to older, dirtier fuels. The return to charcoal and firewood. As gas becomes scarce or too expensive, households, especially lower and middle-income ones, are now turning back to charcoal, firewood, sawdust, and other solid biomass. Charcoal is portable, easier to procure in many areas, and perceived as more accessible when gas supplies fail. One resident interviewed by Punch lamented, "When gas is available, you have to wait long or pay extra. If not, you must go cut firewood or buy charcoal." This is not just a reversal of progress, because the shift from clean cooking fuels to biomass is a regression with heavy costs. The human, health, and environmental costs. 1. Health risks. Burning charcoal and firewood indoors, often with poor ventilation, releases smoke filled with particulate matter, carbon monoxide, volatile organic compounds, and other pollutants. These can aggravate respiratory diseases, asthma, bronchitis, eye problems, and cardiovascular issues. Globally, the World Health Organization considers indoor air pollution from solid fuels one of the leading causes of illness and death in low-income settings. 2. Time, labor, and gender burden. The shift back to biomass means extra time spent gathering, buying, or transporting firewood or charcoal. That burden often falls disproportionately on women and children, who may have to walk farther or spend more hours on this task at the cost of education, work, or rest. 3. Economic pressure. Families now face an impossible trade-off. Should they skimp on food or other essentials to afford cooking fuel? As gas prices jump and availability slips, cooking costs become a larger share of household budgets. 4. Environmental degradation. High demand for firewood and charcoal increases pressure on forests and woodlands, accelerating deforestation, soil erosion, and loss of biodiversity. In the long term, this can undermine ecosystem resilience and food security. Why this is happening? Root causes. The collapse of cooking gas availability and affordability is not simply a supply glitch. It's the outcome of multiple pressures colliding. Import constraints and forex scarcity affecting gas and its components. Logistics and distribution bottlenecks, from ports to inland transport. Price inflation and cost pass-through throughout the value chain. Market distortions and speculative pricing by intermediaries. Underinvestment in domestic LPG infrastructure and alternative energy access. Put simply, the systems intended to ensure energy access are failing when ordinary citizens need them most. Who is most affected? The hardest hit are low-income families who already spend a significant share of income on energy. Urban poor who have less access to firewood or safe biomass alternatives. Rural households far from gas depots or marketers. Women, children, elderly who are more exposed to indoor smoke. Small food vendors and micro-businesses that rely on cooking fuel. In effect, the energy shock compounds existing inequalities. Those with more resources might still secure gas at premium, while vulnerable households fall back to harmful fuels. Possible responses and paths forward. Short-term measures. Emergency gas imports or supply boosts to break the scarcity. Price controls or subsidies for vulnerable households. Distribution priority to high-risk zones. Awareness campaigns about safe use of biomass stoves and ventilation. Temporary expansion of alternative fuels, such as ethanol stoves or briquettes. Medium to long-term solutions. Investment in LPG infrastructure. Depots, pipelines, local production. Promotion of clean cooking technologies, solar cookers, electric stoves, biogas. Regulation and oversight to prevent price gouging and unfair middleman margins. Forest management and sustainable biomass practices to reduce environmental harm. Energy policy reform that anchors cooking fuel security as part of national planning. What this means for Nigeria's future. This crisis is not just about fuel. It's about the intersection of energy justice, public health, environmental sustainability, and social equity. If solutions fail, the regression to biomass use erodes decades of gains in public health and clean energy. It weakens national resilience to climate change and widens the gap between those with access and those without. What's needed is political will, urgent action, and inclusive energy planning. Cooking gas should not be a luxury. It must be a baseline right for all Nigerians.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.